Hey guys! So we have been thinking a little bit and realizing that it is really easy to feel a lot of pressure to be super environmental in a lot of different areas. And if you're watching a lot of videos on YouTube, you probably have experienced this, where people are vegan, zero waste, minimalist, they shop with ethical fashion, right, that kind of thing. And it all feels very connected,
and
they're
all
you have to do it
they're all beautiful and in shape, and you're like, how do you have time to even do anything?
So what we kind of wanted to do with this video was lift the pressure off and kind of give you a starting place in a way that wasn't like you have to do it all right now, because we haven't done it all. It's definitely been a process in the year of 2017. Here's
our 3 basic bottom line tips that you can literally start today. It's not going to rock your world. They're going to be fun to put into practice, and it will make you be a little friendlier and kinder to the environment and people around you, right?
Yeah.
I feel like veganism is probably the most extreme of the different categories, so that's what we wanted to talk about first. Veganism is definitely trending, and it's definitely good. Like, we are vegans, we are all about veganism. But
and in my opinion, this is one of the things that makes the most difference.
I agree, but it is truly extreme. Like, the people who are vegans, I feel like are typically the most intense about it, the most militant, or the most passionate. I mean, there's kind of 2 sides to every coin. So there's not necessarily a lot of room for grace always. If you want to start improving when it comes to like the environmental impact of your eating habits, the first thing, I would say don't even worry about going cold turkey vegan, especially if you're a busy person, if you're living with other people, if you have other people that you're shopping with. Go more vegetarian, but you don't even have to worry about fitting within that box necessarily. Just make it your goal to make a grocery list without meat.
Yeah.
Just base your diet around not putting beef in there.
Right.
Or maybe it's even just beef. Just a place to start would be, let's eliminate beef from our diet. Maybe when you're at a restaurant, you still eat meat. Maybe when you're at friends' houses, you still eat meat. Or if a friend buys it, you still eat meat. That, I would say that shouldn't be the end goal, but it's a great place to start if you're not purchasing and putting your money towards something that is, I think, pretty evidently damaging to the environment.
And I didn't realize this before I started paying attention to menus and ingredients and all of that. It is a lot easier to be vegetarian than vegan. Depending on where you live. If you live in a big city, you could probably find vegan restaurants and vegan options a lot of places. But especially vegetarian, most places have vegetarian options, I would say.
Yeah, I agree. So I would say start small, just don't buy meat. Don't even be vegetarian, just don't go to the grocery store and purchase meat and make it part of your diet for just a month. Try that out, see how you like it. Hopefully you feel a little bit better. Be sure to buy your B12 if you do that. But yeah, that would be our first step. If you want to improve your diet, ethically speaking and environmentally speaking, if that is something you are personally convicted about, that would be our first suggestion.
Number 2 is waste. So plastic, trash, all of that. And ways to really make a huge impact, because we all use waste, like trash, or produce trash, I guess, very, very regularly. So if you can kind of pinpoint some of those things that you do on a very regular basis and put some substitutes and build your habits there, that's a great place to start.
Because it's going to be a lot easier to substitute something small and stop buying paper plates or plastic plates or whatever than it will be to not buy any packaging on any soaps or something that's really obscure and difficult.
And you don't buy soap that often and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So the first thing that we started doing was bringing our own bags into the grocery store, which we have this huge one. We actually have a couple of these, which we really like.
This is how we do our produce, though. We stick all of our produce in there, and we hope to improve this because it's a nightmare for checkers. Oh, you see we have another little paper bag in here from Central Market. But we just have a big old bag of produce. So hoping to improve that to maybe little cotton bags for produce or something. But this might be a good first step. Just buy one refrigerated bag so you don't get all those tiny little plastic, 30 little plastic produce bags you throw away at home.
I feel like it was a kind of a paradigm shift for me.
Like,
I can buy onions and cucumbers and all these things, avocados. I'm
gonna peel them.
I don't need to put them in bags. I can just put them in
They're
my
not.
garden.
Nature
So-
has protected them.
Right. So that's one thing. The other thing, which we have just recently started doing, is bringing our own to-go cups into coffee shops. We
Right.
go into coffee shops very regularly. Most of the time
what
we
we use.
sit in the coffee shop, but sometimes they like give us a plastic or a paper cup,
Even if we're sitting
even
there.
if we're sitting there, which really
Yeah.
bothers me. So we're gonna start handing these to them and making sure.
And
that
we have
we're-
been. We bring these most places we go.
Right.
And we bring a water bottle. Like, we actually use just a biking water bottle. We bring that everywhere.
everywhere. Yeah.
So just bring your own cup
Life hack.
and bring your own little refrigerated bag, and you will just like that eliminate a ton of waste. Okay, point number 3 is clothing, and really just shopping in general. But clothing is what comes to mind, because when you're vegan, you're not supposed to use any leather, which I totally get. But I feel like a lot of times people will learn about this ethical shopping, and they'll want to go ethically shop for everything, and they'll feel bad about the things they've unethically shopped for
In the
if they're
past.
you.
Yeah.
Right. It is counterproductive to go buy a bunch of new stuff you don't need. That's all ethical, right? That's dumb. You've already purchased and you already own all of your clothing. So don't worry about, if you're going to be an ethical shopper, today all you need to do is get a little bit more longevity out of your clothes. Like, that's step 1. Just start wearing all of your clothes, which, you know, that's part of minimalism too, is just not buying new things, right? It's not necessarily always about getting rid of all your stuff. It might just be, as stuff wears out, don't replace it if you don't need to.
Or
But-
take good care of your things that you do need, so you don't have to buy them over.
Exactly. But here's the thing: when your clothes start to wear out, that is when ethical shopping comes into play, because your favorite jacket wears out. So you're like, okay, I need a new jacket. This is gonna last me a while. I'm gonna do my research. I'm gonna find an ethical place to buy a jacket and go buy that jacket. So now you've ethically shopped for one item, and you haven't wasted a bunch of time and money, because you probably don't have a bunch of money just to go buy all a new wardrobe. So when you agree with that, like, just focus on the pieces that wear out that you need as they wear out, and ethically shop for them as they wear out. And that way you're more minimalist. You aren't buying a bunch of stuff you don't need. Moving forward, you don't, you pay attention anytime you want to buy anything new. But one piece at a time. You don't have to go figure out where you're going to buy everything for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So those are our 3 tips for how today in your life you can start living a little bit more ethically. Just as a quick recap: stop buying as much meat. Just build a grocery list without it. Start bringing your own cups and bags into grocery stores and coffee shops or wherever you frequent. And then number 3, don't go gut all of your things and buy environmentally everything all at once. Just buy it as you need it, and stay environmental. And hopefully that's helpful. I mean, that was something we had to get over, a little bit of a mental block of feeling this need to just go do everything at once. So hopefully it's helpful to know that you have the space to take a little more time, and you don't have to just revolutionize your life in one day. It is the better thing to have a little bit of balance and to move forward as you can and as you can afford it, and as people in your life can get used to it. That will make the bigger impact. So good luck. Please let us know how it goes. You might be miles ahead of all this stuff. You might be miles ahead of us. And we would love your feedback on maybe some early things that you did. But if you are just now going to put these practices into your life, please comment and let us know how it went for you. If you have any other things that have really worked out well, to start moving in the right direction of taking better care of this beautiful, wonderful planet that we have.
Yeah. And definitely comment below, because a lot of people, like we found on some of the videos like this that we made in the past, a lot of people have really, really good advice and good tips. So if you have a question, somebody else who's watching this video will have an answer. So ask the question and get chatting away, and we can build a community of people helping each other.
We have a safe space for people who want to improve. You're not going to get attacked by other people who say you're not good enough. So come away. Okay. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.